Careful. Alright, we came to Whole Foods for lunch because we didn't have breakfast. Got some chips here. And I got this huge thing full of yummy foods. And of course there's plantains down at the bottom over there. Lots of different vegetables and beans and some rice. Then I put some vegan chili on top for sort of a dressing. And then I got this to drink. I've never had it before, we'll see. And then I got this for dessert because it's vegan cupcake. All right. Hey, what's he doing? So yesterday was a pretty good day. We just were busy and out and we didn't even think about food very much. I think I wasn't super hungry because we had eaten so much the day before. And sometimes that happens to me where if I eat a ton one day and I shouldn't anyways, the next day I just don't need that much food. I always get hungry first thing in the morning after I eat a lot at night, but the next day I usually just don't need quite as much to eat. So that's what happened yesterday. And then we just had some wine at night. So that Yerba Mate, I'd never had that before. It was pretty good, like the flavor of it, except that it has caffeine. So we ended up staying up really late last night working on the puzzle, and I'm not sure if that was what, if it kind of kept me awake because we didn't go to bed until like 12:30, which is totally unlike me or us. And so, but we had the wine and we had a fun time doing the puzzle and stuff, but it was like midnight and I didn't even realize it. So I think maybe that tea did that to me. So I'm just reading the website here about this company that makes mate, this Yerba Mate tea, because I was always wondering about it. So let me give you a little information here. It says that it has the strength of coffee, the health benefits of tea, and the euphoria of chocolate all in one beverage. I thought it tasted fine. It was, I only had about half of a bottle, and that kept me up pretty late, so I would say it does have a good deal of caffeine, and I'm not a caffeine person, so just so you know, it does have a lot of caffeine. It has some good amino acids, vitamins and minerals. It also has theobromine, so let me talk a little bit about theobromine, which is found in the tea, which is actually the same as what's in the matcha tea. And what's cool is they did this study, and they studied the caffeine in conjunction with this theobromine. And the theobromine actually, when it's with caffeine, it creates a more, how do you describe it, like relaxed, sustained type of energy instead of that like crazy, jittery, like coffee energy of just caffeine by itself. So that's actually a benefit of the matcha tea that I sell, because it has the same type of a balance. So when you have that kind of caffeine, it isn't so crazy. You don't feel so crazy. You don't feel like you can't have it on an empty stomach because it's going to make you too jittery or whatever. I have adjusted to it quite well. I don't drink matcha tea after about 2 or 3 p.m. though, on purpose, because I am very sensitive to it, but it sounds like this Yerba Mate is very similar in that respect. I know that matcha tea has more antioxidants than Yerba Mate, so that's something to consider, and that's why I will stick with matcha tea. But one thing that's interesting, that says, unlike tea, Yerba Mate has a low tannin content, so it can be strong like coffee without becoming extremely bitter. On that note, matcha tea has almost no tannins because it's not oxidized the way that regular tea is, so you don't get that you know how tea is typically a darker color, whereas matcha green tea is like bright green. It's bright green because it's been that nutrition has been preserved, it's been steamed and then dried and then pulverized, so it kind of keeps that the nice matcha flavor, the nice green tea flavor except no bitterness. So that yerba mate, I would agree, has a similar flavor in that respect. And I just thought, I got the one that had lemon and mint in it. No sugar or anything, just the tea and the lemon and the mint, and I thought it was really, really delicious. Something I could totally drink. So if you're looking for a different drink that is going to be more stimulating than matcha tea or going to have more nutrition than coffee, I would say yerba mate is a good way to go. But if you are looking for something that's going to be not as caffeine filled, definitely go with the matcha tea because you get tons of antioxidants at the same time. And you can find that on my website. I have a really great friend who grows the matcha tea at her family's farm in Japan, and we import it, and it's amazing, and I love it. So just some information about those two different types of tea. If you always wondered about yerba mate, that's the deal. And I'll see you guys tomorrow.